Ladies and gentlemen, business owners, we have a very special guest here. I had to bring him in because I was telling him about me being involved with the Senate Subcommittee meeting that is run by Richard Blumenthal for the Department of Homeland Security. And I was there on April 17th to support Sam Salipar right over here. And here I am on this side. And I have paperwork in my hand. You're not really supposed to get up. And you're not supposed to get up at a Senate subcommittee meeting if you're not invited to talk. But I waited till the last person. I got up and I said what I had to. I said, I agree with Sam Salipar. I've got a lot of information. I said, the documents that I have here prove without a shadow of a doubt that it's even worse than what Sam Salipar is saying. I've got documentation that shows that Boeing gave up supplier auditing for 22 years. Through a certificate. And Richard Blumenthal said to me, sit down or I'll throw you out. And I said, Richard, you can't throw me out. You remember my mother Sylvia. You were over my house when I was a kid. And to prove the validity of that, here's Joe Lieberman, 1974, over my mom and dad's house, right here. Here you go, right here. And over on this side of the world is Bill Clinton, asking Joe, and this was 1974, he was graduating from Yale at that time in 74, he was coming up. I don't know exactly what month it was, but it was 1974. My mom wrote that. My mom wrote that on back of the, sorry about the glare, 1974. On top of it, I tell you many times that Bill and Hillary Clinton were over my house. She was introduced, my mom was introduced back in 1971 to Bill and Hillary when they were going to Yale, because Bill wanted to learn more about the northern politics, how it's done. So Abe Ribicoff introduced my mom to Bill and Hillary. They became best of friends. In fact, I have a letter. If you want to see it, I'll gladly email it to you or send it to you, whatever it takes. A condolence letter from Bill and Hillary concerning my mom's passing in 2010 in February. It's March 3rd. And here she is with Bill back in 1996 at Bridgeport Airport when he came in to visit. And people will say to me, well, Daryl, he was going through the crowd. No, ladies and gentlemen. The Secret Service would never allow any woman to touch his neck. And don't give me the back, don't write comments that said, oh, Monica Lewinsky, I don't want to hear that. This was, my mom knew him and dad knew him when he was in his 20s. And now he's the president, and I guess like everybody else, it's very seductive, the money, benefits, and honors that you get when you're in his position. So we have a special guest here. I'm going to show this to you, and I'm going to let you listen to it soon. But I was down there I was not only representing, Sam Salipar didn't know I was representing him, but I have that information. But this is David Calhoun, and I can still remember the woman in the back saying, you killed my daughter, you killed my family. And David Calhoun is a very good actor, because he got a little bit choked up when he turned around. He should have stayed turned around as far as watching those people, listening to that woman. They should have put her in a room with him for at least 3 or 4 days. Maybe then he might gotten shaken up, unlike him missing a golf outing or something. So I'm going to play this for you. This is from Joe Grogan's show. It is a recording of Donald Trump. And if you want, you can look up Richard Blumenthal's criteria up on the internet. It's all over the place. He said he made a mistake. But listen to Donald Trump. And I'm not in favor, Democrat, Republican, makes no difference, but listen to what he says.
Look at Blumenthal. He lied about Vietnam. He didn't just say, hey, I went to Vietnam. No. For 15 years, he said he was a war hero. Fought in Da Nang province. We call him Da Nang Richard. This guy lied when he was the Attorney General of Connecticut. But here's the guy lied, and now he's up there talking like he's holier than thou.
And you know what the bad thing is? He is the leader of the subcommittee, the Department of Homeland Security subcommittee, that is, listened to the deposition from Sam Salipar, the whistleblower, and listened to David Calhoun's disposition, okay? Let me just tell you a little bit of background about this mess and quagmire. ANSI, the American National Standards Institute, is a private, not-for-profit, non-governmental corporation that has both federal agencies on board, corporations and federal agencies. 2015 to 2021 and 15, Randy Dory handed over leadership to Zhao Jinwu, a Chinese Communist national, who is mandated by his country of origin to take our data through the China National Intelligence Law, Article number 7. He is, at the time, also the chief executive of the China National Accreditation Services in Beijing, China. He issued a suspect certificate to a laboratory that wasn't prepared in Wuhan, China, that released the COVID virus, and we have proof of the pudding. Yes, the scientists there in 2018 were crying, basically, to the scientists that America sent over, saying we need more specialized technicians because that is the first level of containment in any well-run lab. And they stated that in a CDC document. That they see CDC sits on ANSI-ANAB's board as well, the Center for Disease Control. And they stated that a well-run laboratory must have well-trained technicians because that is the first line of defense and containment when it comes to a massive contagions. Well, he gave the cert to a lab that wasn't prepared. Here's Pamela Sale, the Vice President of Laboratory Accreditation for ANSI-ANAB. I show this to you because she said that from one laboratory to another, they lack protocol. You have ANSI, the American National Standards Institute, the American National Crediting Board. ANSI took over complete control over ANAB in 2018. In 2015 to 2021, ANSI-ANAB sat on the IF because why? ANSI is not only an underwriter. ANSI-ANAB is not only an underwriter for the International Accreditation Forum, which is an association of accreditation bodies, both national and international. But they are the founders of the IF, and we have some things. I think it's going to be coming up relatively soon. Yes, it is. And ANSI and ANAB are there together. So they are underwriters, meaning they take full legal responsibility of both system and product failure. You have 10 different registrars in China that can issue an ANSI-ANAB accredited certification. Here is the verification that, yes, ANSI is a founding member, along with the ANAB, is a founding member of the IF. They designed it, so they are the founding member. They are also underwriters for both the IF and ILAC, their sister organization in Australia, International Laboratory Accreditation Cooperation. And here it is. And here you go, ladies and gentlemen, and this is disgusting. Okay, we're going to bring out Richard Blumenthal again because Donald Trump said his piece. I'm going to get him to say it again. It's very true, but let me just show this to you real quick. Boeing sits on ANSI-ANAB's board. The FAA, who gave Boeing regulatory authority, they made their equivalent in 2009 to 2019. The FAA and Boeing are equivalent to each other. They are a federal agency, so that means Jim McKinney, the founder of the 737 MAX, Dennis Muhlenberg and David Calhoun are all basically administrators because they had full-time FAA/Boeing getting paid employees on board. And you also have Homeland Security. And Homeland Security sits on ANSI-ANAB's board right over, and Richard Blumenthal is the subcommittee chairman. And we're going to play Donald Trump's interview again. And here it is.
Detailed plans.
Sorry, I apologize to you. Here it is.
Blumenthal. He lied about Vietnam. He didn't just say, hey, I went to Vietnam. No. For 15 years, he said he was a war hero. Fought in Da Nang province. We call him Da Nang Richard. This guy lied when he was the Attorney General of Connecticut. But here's the guy lied, and now he's up there talking like he's holier than thou.
We play that one more time.
Blumenthal. He lied about Vietnam. He didn't just say, hey, I went to Vietnam. No. For 15 years, he said he was a war hero. Fought in Da Nang province. We call him Da Nang Richard. This guy lied when he was the Attorney General of Connecticut. But here's the guy lied, and now he's up there talking like he's holier than thou.
My telephone number is 203-556-1493 or Daryl, Daryl, TQRS at yahoo.com. I do this for the individuals, the Ethiopian Air, Indonesian Air, and also the families of Alaska, all the families, Indonesian Air, Indonesian, Ethiopian, and Alaska, all the families I do that for. Get in touch with me. Look what's leading the subcommittee. That's what I'm telling you. Thank you. And showing you.